Myself, Dr. P.K. Chakravarti, Head of the Department of Mathematics, MJK College, Bettiah. Today, I shall be discussing linear transformation, a very important topic in linear space called linear transformation. So, we shall be dealing upon the topic linear transformation. Linear transformation is precisely known as a vector space homomorphism. Dear students, you are familiar with the notion of homomorphism during groups and during rings. On the same line, we shall be discussing today the notion of homomorphism subject to vector space called vector space homomorphism. Let VF and WF be two vector spaces they are defined over the same field F, then a transformation or a mapping from or a transformation or a mapping from V to W is called a linear transformation if abides by the additivity, that is T operated on alpha plus beta is T alpha plus T beta. This is the first property, and the second property is the homogeneity property. T operated on A alpha, where A is from the scalar field and A alpha belonging to the vector. T A alpha is as good as A T alpha. So the first property is the additive property, and the second one is called the homogeneous property. So the homogeneity and additivity, it is homogeneous property, and the first one was additive property. This together when combined takes the form of linearity or linear property. So the first one was additive property, the second was known as homogeneous property. These two together when combined gives the shape of linearity or linear property. So a function T from V to W is called a linear transformation or a vector space homomorphism if these two conditions are satisfied. Students, mind, the transformation word is actually used in terms of calculus. This was known as function, but mind, here function is operational from some vector space to some vector space, and in that function our space was from some subset of real to another subset of real. Means the space under consideration in that course of function was the scalar moving to some another scalar. In that sense, that function was termed known by the name simply function. Now here the function is operational on some vector space onto another vector space. Instead, a scalar is now replaced by the vector. So the name is also changed from function to transformation. So transformation word is justified when any function is operational on some vector space to another vector space. You say you are taking a vector space R square and that is mapped to another vector space R cube by the transformation T or the function f, then this f is called linear transformation provided these twin conditions hold together. Mind, these two conditions can be combined, 1 and 2 can be combined to yield a synthetic condition Ta alpha plus B beta is as good as At alpha plus Bt beta. It has the flavor of the two qualities. The first quality was the additive one, where you see this, that this is when broken into segments, then this one vector and it is another vector. So T of alpha plus beta is Ta alpha plus Tb beta. And by going by this mode, it is At alpha plus Bt beta. Okay? So this property is called the linearity property. So by example, we shall also understand what is the linearity property defined over these spaces. We take one example. Before that, we shall be differentiating between a few terms. The term linear transformation is used when a map or a function is transformed from a certain vector space to another vector space defined over the same field f, as we see here. They must be defined over the same field over f. Then such a transformation is linear transformation if in compact form it abides by this rule. Secondly, if the transformation is mapped from the vector space onto the same vector space, then this transformation is called linear operator. Now it earns its new name as linear operator. This function was known as linear transformation. Linear transformation. This was known as linear operator. And another map, you say f from V to the field is called linear functional. So we have got three different terms. From one vector space to the another vector space defined over the same field f is called linear transformation. Another function, another operator, you said operator T, defined from vector space V onto the same vector space V is called linear operator. And now function defined from some vector space to the field is called linear functional, provided each of these three abides by the same condition, fulfills the same condition. So f fulfilling this condition would be known as linear transformation. F fulfilling this transformation, or rather T fulfilling this condition, is called linear operator. And in this case, V operational on F mapped to F is called linear functional. So these are the three technical terms we shall be using here on. So first we must be apprised and taking some example to be familiar with this vector space homomorphism called linear transformation. Students, we take up some example and say let F be a map from R square down R cube given by F alpha beta is equal to alpha beta 0. It is very interesting to watch that members of terms are ordered pairs and members of the codomain are ordered triplets. So ordered pair is mapped to ordered triplet, but mind, they are mapped to the same coordinates in the three-dimensional space, which is in fact precisely the two-dimensional plane xy plane, because the z coordinate is absent here. Now this transformation is a linear transformation. We shall proving this. Also we shall question to you, if 0 is replaced by another number, another digit, you say 2 or 3 or 10, what would be the outcome? Whether it would stand by the same regulation or it will deviate to a linear transformation. We shall focus upon this. Anyway, first of all we check whether this map is a linear transformation as aforesaid or not. So to be a linear transformation, we must be seen, or we must follow the sequence that f a alpha plus b beta must be a f alpha plus b f beta, whether this condition is fulfilled or not. If this condition is fulfilled for any function f, then f would qualify for the linear transformation. So to be fair, we replace the term alpha beta by xy z to evade the confusion. So now it stands a fx plus b fy. For linear transformation, this is to be proved, where x and y from the source r square and its image is going to be in r cube. Now mind, x and y belonging to r square, so let x is equal to, you say, alpha 1 beta 1, and y is also belonging to this domain, so it is also of this format alpha 2 beta 2. Say, to be precise and fair with the symbol, we here take as x as alpha 1 beta 1, y as alpha 2 beta 2, because our domain is taken from r square. R square means its member are from the ordered pair. So x is from the source r square, its coordinates are alpha 1 beta 1, y is also from r square source alpha 2 beta 2. Then we have to verify whether this underlying condition is satisfied or not. If it is satisfied, then the such mapping will be viewed as a linear transformation. So let us check the left hand side as well as the right hand side. Students, what is ax plus by? We must find it. X coordinate is alpha 1 beta 1 and y coordinate is alpha 2 beta 2. Here are just two elements, x and y, arbitrarily chosen from r square. Now by the homogeneity property, it is going to be a alpha 1, a beta 1 plus b alpha 2, b beta 2. Adding coordinate wise, it's going to be a alpha 1 plus b alpha 2 and a beta 1 plus b beta 2. Now what is the impact of the function onto this element ax plus by? Ax plus by is in fact a alpha 1 plus b alpha 2 and a beta 1 plus b beta 2. Mind students, f alpha beta is mapped to alpha beta 0. So take for the time being this as alpha and this as beta. So f alpha beta would map to alpha comma beta comma 0. So this is your alpha, this is your beta, and this is 0. Now this must equal to the right hand side, afx plus bfy. So this was left hand side and the right hand side is now afx plus bfy. But what is x? X was nothing but x1 y1. And what was y? Y was alpha 2 beta 2. X was alpha 1 beta 1 and y was alpha 2 beta 2. What is the image of alpha 1 beta 1? By this definition, this is going to be alpha 1 beta 1 0 and this is going to be alpha 2 beta 2 0. By the homogeneity property, you could write like this: b alpha 2, b beta 2, 0. Now, adding coordinate wise, it is a alpha 1 plus b alpha 2, a beta 1 plus b beta 2, and mine 0 plus 0 is always 0. So, this is precisely the same thing I have seen here. So, this is by virtue of this equation, by virtue of this equation 1, this is going to be ax plus by. So, in nutshell, we have seen that if ax plus by equals afx plus bfy, this underlines the fact that the linearity property is satisfied. As such, the transformation defined over here from this vector space onto this vector space is amounting a linear transformation. Thus, f ax plus by is at par with afx plus bfy, meaning thereby that f is linear transformation from r squared to r cube defined as above. That's all for today.